Hello everybody and welcome back to another 5-season rebuild. We're going to go over the English Channel to France and we're going to take on the challenge of Bordeaux, who have themselves won 6 Ligue 1 titles, the last one coming in 2008-2009, and just a couple of seasons ago they got relegated to Ligue in the 21-22 season and have been there since. In their first season they narrowly missed out on promotion, finishing in 3rd position, 3 points off 2nd place and a further 3 from winning the title. So that would have been quite something to bounce straight back. However, this season they have had a torrid time, finishing in 12th position, 50 points and 18 points off 2nd position and 24 off the title won by Auxerre. So our task is to get them back to Ligue 1, hopefully win them a title, and I do believe they haven't won a European trophy, so that will be a task in itself as well. They were founded in 1881. The fiercest rivals are Toulouse, and having enjoyed the greatest era during the 1980s, despite not having won anything for 10 years, they've had a successful history, boasting a total of 19 competition wins. Like I said, they have won the top division at 6 times, finishing at runners-up 9 times. They have finished runners-up in the UEFA Europa League in 1996, and having won the French Cup 4 times, I think, as well, and having won the French second tier in 1992 and finishing runners up in that one as well. So they've got quite an array of trophies, but we want to add to them. They have got a decent sized budget, £1.5 million, and a wages budget which isn't too bad, which I'm guessing will be at full capacity. They're favoured 11 with the 1 DM and 2 midfielders. We'll have a look, see how that goes. I do like to play with 2 DMs and a cam. It has worked in previous rebuilds and we'll probably go to that one again. But again, we'll see what sort of players we have got and we'll do a workaround. The board have outlined a long-term vision. They want to work within the budget, which is normally a gimme. Maximum 1-year contracts for 32 and over and 2-year contracts for 30 and over. Okay, so they're not really bothered about how old these players are, but if we are building for the future, we do want to try and take under 30s if we can. As always, we'll have a look at the financial situation. £6 million in the bank, which isn't too bad. Nice little budget, and we are at the top end of the wages budget, so that's going to be interesting. Any debts, loans? They have got £37.5 million debt remaining, which will be over in 35. Transfers made. They did offload a few and brought some people in. Staffing situation, well, it's good to know that they have got top-notch recruitment staff. Same can't be said about the coaching staff though, and the medical staff, so we'll have to work on that as well. So let's have a first look at our squad, see what we are dealing with. So 30 and over, well, that's not too bad actually. 3 players 30 and over, including a goalkeeper who's 33. Have we got other goalkeepers? We've got a Polish goalkeeper, Rafael. Have we got anybody else? I think, oh, and the 17-year-old down here with a bit of potential. But other than that, I don't think it's that bad a side actually. A couple of youngsters with a few high potentials actually. That's pretty decent. 2 19-year-olds. So if we have a look at current ability, the best players that we have got. So Albert Ellis from Honduras, striker, good finishing, very, very quick, physically looks fantastic. But we have got another one there, Zan Viponik. He's there, 21-year-old striker. He could be our number 1 striker though, to be fair. Good stats, probably not as good as the other one though, but it's got very high potential. Have they played him? 20 goals for Maribor last season in 30 games. I think we're going to have to give this lad a chance, I think. 9 goals the previous season. Okay, fair enough. And Ellis, how did he do? Okay, we've not really played him. He played for Brest on loan, 10 games, nothing. Yeah, we might have a problem here. Even though his physicals look really good, he might be worth going out on the wing, you know. Very quick, although he can't cross. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens, see what we're dealing with. We got Simba as well and Diaz. So Diaz first, midfield. Can he play cam? He can, but okay. I'm not adverse to playing midfielders. He's only 25 years old. I'm sure we can monopolise that. Simba, left back. Okay, 30 years old. See, that's where the problem lies. Although we have got a couple of other players as well that could play that position. Like Barbet, he can play centre back, again 30 years old. So we've got 2 aging left backs and one can play centre back. Danilo, midfielder again. He can play DM as well. David Shavili, winger either side. Good to see, very quick. Got good dribbling skills. Livolant, another striker. Again, another winger as well. He can play either side, so that's good to see. So we have got no end of forwards, so that's good. Let's have a look at the high potential ones. I was more interested in, well, Zan, the striker, 21-year-old. I think we're going to give him a chance, I think. And we've got a couple here. Lima, or De Lima, left winger. Can grow into it, 19 years old. And same with Lenny. Again, cam position. Are we going to be using a cam this season? And this one is off Sissoko. I'm very, very intrigued with this young man. 21 years old, bags of potential. He's already a 3-star. We could have a midfield. Maybe we do 2 midfielders, 1 DM, as we haven't really got a cam player that can play there, really. What's his history? 14 games for Bordeaux. So he's only just broken in, has he? He's been out on loan, and they bought him in for 215. Okay, so hopefully he might do some good for us as well. Overall, the side doesn't look that bad at all, to be fair. I don't think there's really anything more we can do. Although there's Visbeck saying got no cams. We've got one there, and he can play midfield as well. Right, okay, I think we'll sort out some formations and then we'll come straight back. Well, we made a couple of transfers, only a few, where we lost one goalkeeper, the 33-year-old, I think it was Johnson. He went, and we brought in another youngster, 21-year-old Okonkwo from Arsenal for £400,000. He's got some potential. We'll see how quickly he grows. If he doesn't grow quick enough, then obviously we're going to have to look elsewhere. But I think for the time being, I think he'll do a lot better than Rafael, though. He's played 5 games for us, only conceded 3 so far in the friendlies. He hasn't had a great time, but he's learning. And so far in the league, so good. And then from our means, we bring in Nicholas Opoku, a defender, £1.5 million. Definitely somebody who can play with BORDEAUX. 6'3". He dives into tackles though, but he does bring the ball out of defence. So that's going to be kind of handy to have once we go into a ball playing roles. But for £1.5 million, he's more than double his value. A very welcome addition to the side. So the side we're going with 2 midfielders and a cam. We're going to go full out attacking, I think, for this season. And you'll see why in just a moment. But we've locked in Vipanik, Diaz, Sissoko and Okonkwo as well. So if we pick our best 11, then players drop out. Diaz drops into the midfield role. We lose our goalkeeper. And they're just not there. So hence why we've locked him. Otherwise, it's still a strong side though. Results, hence why we moved to the current formation. We did lose 2 city games, Lille and Lens. And then once we changed formation, we smashed Marseille, Havre we beat, and Nijmegen as well. And it's worked pretty well because at the start of the season, we've done very, very well. Pau FC, Concarneau, Ajaccio, Amiens, we absolutely smashed them. We drew Auxerre as well. However, that does suggest we have 13 points. But the reason I'm mentioning that is because we got a point deducted for crowd disorder. I mean, I've never seen that before. Yeah, it happened this season. I'm not sure what game it was. I'm sure it was against Auxerre. It has to be. So we should be a point ahead. We are not. And the good news is we are predicted to finish top of the table as well, so which is even better. So let's simulate our first season and see if we can get back to Ligue as quick as possible. First time of asking, Bordeaux are back in Ligue after being away for a couple of seasons. 4 losses this season. That is superb to, well, games that we would have expected to win, actually, to be fair. They've been close. 3 of them were at home. A healthy goal difference as well. 81 points, 7 points away from Saint Etienne, who also go up. For Potnik, he does get second leading goal scorer for the Golden Boot with 23 goals, 26 away from Mendy of Caen. Simba gets on the most assists as well. And Okonkwo, 13 clean sheets, joint with Saint Etienne's goalkeeper as well. Fantastic. And still we build up a lot of yellow cards no matter what rebuild we do. So we had a very good start for the first couple of months, very nice indeed, and then we hit November with a loss and 2 draws, including Paris FC, which looks like it was played on neutral ground. Not sure why that is, but we do go unbeaten for another few months, which is nice to see. Some draws, wins, nothing ecstatic though, but Rodez gets hammered 6-3, probably one of our biggest scores. Oh, and a 5-0 against Pau FC. Did we play them earlier on in the season? We did. We beat them 2-0 away from home, and we played them last game of the season, and we beat them 5-0 at home. That's pretty good. I mean, I'm really happy with that. 3 losses in the last few months, which kind of ruined everything a little bit, I feel. We did get knocked out, however, by Ajaccio in the quarter-finals in the French Cup on penalties, and again we were at home. That is so disappointing. Lyon, Monaco and Auxerre go through, and there's no PSG. So the semi-finals, Lyon played Ajaccio, beat them 1-0, and Monaco beat Auxerre, and who eventually won it? It was Lyon. Well done them. Squad-wise, goals, 25 from Vipotnik, superb for the 22-year-old. 21 goals for Ellis as well, who helped out. 37 games he did play. 14 and 12 for Liverlant as well. And 10 and 9 for Diaz. Superb. I mean, all the players that we had in. Sissoko, how did he do? 6 and 7? It's not too bad. 17 assists there for Simba. That's what you want from your fullbacks. He's 30 years old. We're going to have to think about replacing him going into next season. But again, we might be okay for another season, although he is out of contract, so we're going to have to sort that out. We may need his expertise just to get by the first season. And our goalkeeper, 48 conceded in 44, 14 clean sheets. He did get 2 assists though. Going into next season, what finances have we got? £8 million. We've just got promoted to the Ligue, and it's 8 million. I'm not sure if that's the good amount or not. From previous rebuilds, it doesn't seem an awful lot going into the big division, but we'll have to see what we can do. But we may have to have a couple of seasons where we're rising up the ranks and hopefully build up this balance as well. So first order of business in the transfers out, we lose Johan Barbet. He's gone to AA Ghent for, I think it was about £2 million. The 31-year-old had a good season last season. We've just brought in somebody better, I feel, and younger, and hopefully he'll do well in his stead. We definitely needed an upgrade, and at 31 years old, we decided to cash in on him. To Gimgamp on loan, we've decided to send out Emeric Depuse. He's got bags of potential. He just cannot get into the side at the moment, so in order to give him the game time, he's gone out on loan. And same with Amorium. Again, another young player, loads of potential. He just needs game time. But that did pave the way to bring in Jake O'Brien, a centre-back. £3 million from Lyon. One of our rivals. I'm surprised they let him go, really, to be perfectly honest. 23 years old. Very cheap. Looks pretty good. 6'6". He likes to dive into tackles, apparently. I did not see that. But at the moment, he's played 4 games for us already. And he's playing at 6.75. And he looks okay. No yellow card yet. So that's quite interesting. And from Parma for £1.5 million, a right back. He can play left back as well. We bring in Woyo Koulibaly. Superb player. Lots of good stats in him as well. He's got no traits yet, but I'm sure he'll pick up some along the way in his career here. He's already got 2 assists to his name, and that's what we want our full backs to do. So we have changed the formation ever so slightly. We've pulled one midfielder back into a DM role, and that is going to be occupied by, I think it's Ligue. He looks really good actually to sit in that DM role and just take the ball off anybody that comes through. He's got good anticipation and positioning, so yeah, that's going to help quite a bit. Also, we bring in 2 youngsters. Delimo, I thought about bringing him out on loan. However, I'm going to have a go and see what he does. He's already improving. Bags of potential, 20 years old. We might as well use them. We can't afford to get top quality players. Why not try and nurture some of the players that we have already with bags of potential? And he's just got oodles of them. And the same with Lenny Peringuel, 20 years old, loads of potential. Stats wise looks pretty good already. I'm just shocked he's only at a 2-star in this position. He can play wing and midfield if need be, but We're going to lock him into the cam role, see what he can do. We haven't really got anybody that can claim that spot apart from Diaz maybe, but he didn't have that great a season last season. So hopefully this young lad will make that position his own. If not, then we bring somebody else in. So far, so good actually. We've had 3 wins in the league already in the Ligue. Rennes, we beat 3-2. Montpellier, we thrashed 4-0. Nantes, we did take a hit with a 2-0 loss away from home, but FC Lorient, we did win 3-2. So I'm really pleased with the results so far. We are lying third in the table, so I am very happy with that, with the return back to Ligue 1. And just out of curiosity, we're not predicted to finish bottom, but out of the relegation, 350 to 1. If we can do that, I want to aim for mid-table. So let's go ahead and simulate our second season and see how we get on. Back in the big time, and we survived. We've survived quite emphatically, really. A good 15 points from 17th position. Lyon gets relegated. I've just looked at that, and it's Lyon. Saint Etienne go back down, but Lyon have gone. Lyon have left the building, as it were. We finished in 11th position, 42 points, which is really good. We have finished 17 points behind Nice, though, who are in 5th and take a European spot, but I'm quite happy with that. We didn't get relegated, but Lyon have. And look at Lille, they're in 13th position as well. We're ahead of some big teams here. PSG unbeaten and just smash everybody out of the park, as you would expect. But I can't get over that. Never mind us. Lyon have gone. Vipotnik, 22 goals this season. Only 5 off Mawani's and 2 off Mbappe. Wow, what a season he's had. After a good start, we did lose quite a lot on the bounce. Reims, Lille, Monaco, Lens, Brest. What's that? 3, 5, 6 games on the bounce. We did fight back though, which is pretty good. Nice to see a 6-2 win over Lyon though. That's amazing. But again, a lot of losses. We need to cut these out. So maybe that formation isn't the way to go. But bear with it for the time being. But we did relatively well. We did get knocked out in the 11th round by Strasbourg though. 3-3 and on penalties. Again, penalties are doing us one in the cup, and who went on to finally win it? Lyon. So that's where they got the European football, but they did win the cup, beating Monaco in the process. If we have a look at our squad, and there's, well, the 3 people that we've locked in have done really well this season. Vipotnik, 25 goals overall in 37, superb from him. Peringuel, 16 goals, 4 assists, that's really good from him. And Lima, 5 assists, 7 goals. I mean, it's not bad. Nobody else really came close with this assists at all, which is really disappointing. And our goalkeeper, Okonkwo, 55 conceded in 35. But you know what? I'm relatively happy because we have survived and we can only get better. And to do that, we have been given less money than what we came up with. Wow, £7 million. Might get us a new goalkeeper possibly, and maybe move the formation around a little bit as well, I think. So we've had quite a busy summer. We've offloaded £6.5 million worth of talent out of the club. Ignatenko, he's gone to Toulouse, and Toulouse also pick up Michelin as well for 1.3. So for a combined £5.5 million, we lose 2 players. We wanted to give some of the youngsters more game time and obviously free up some wages budget as well. So off they pop. And Visbeck as well, he's gone to Club Brugge for 700,000, and we lose our goalkeeper, our Polish goalkeeper, to Nancy for 500,000. A lot of players going out on a free, as well as some going out on loan, including Badji and Amorim. With that bit of budget, we bring in Nicolas Fernandez Macau, £1 million, a left back. I realised we only had 1 left back, which was Simba. Koulibaly can play there as well, but want him really on the right hand side. Lima can play there, but he's a winger. So yeah, we were very short on left backs, and Simba's now 32, going on 33 now as well, so he'll need replacing next season anyway. To have him as a backup, brilliant, but Mercau, definitely our number 1 at the minute. And we bring back Meslier back to France from Leeds for £8 million. They've just got relegated from the Premiership after having won promotion the season before, so not doing pretty well. So cut price, £8 million, absolute bargain. And we're bringing a French goalkeeper who is literally on top of his game. So tactically, we are staying with this formation. I think we may have changed a position. I think Peringuel, he's going as an advanced playmaker this season, and I think Vipotnik has been advanced forward instead of a, not sure what it was last time, pressing forward maybe last time. We're giving a few roles a chance to see what he does. But 5 goals for us already this season is fantastic. If we pick our best 11, Ellis, our other striker, comes onto the right-hand side. Sissoko, and we've got our back 4, which looks absolutely stunning with Meslier in goal. And needless to say, results have gone our way. 4 wins out of 4 in Ligue 1. And we've only conceded 1 goal. I'm not going to shout out this early. This could be the season. But we're into our 3rd season now. And they look pretty good results. Lille, we thrashed 3-0 first game of the season away from home. And we've just beaten Lorient as well 3-0. As well as Havre and Lens. We're currently lying in 2nd position. Joint with PSG and Monaco. 4 for 4. And we're up there with them, although we haven't played any of the bigger teams really, like PSG, Monaco, Marseille, Rennes, Nice. So yeah, them teams are yet to come. So let's get into our 3rd season. Let's simulate it and see how well we fare after a fantastic start. And just look where we finished in season 3. We're finishing 6th place, just outside the European spots and 1 point behind Rennes as well. That draw last game of the season seems to have done it for us, unfortunately. Very, very close. A very good season once again. Only 7 losses at this time round, which is absolutely phenomenal. And it was against Rennes, one of them as well. We did take a thrashing by Marseille though. PSG beat us twice, only just. And we lost to Nice twice as well, who finished in 2nd position. We're still some way off the leading pack. However, we are getting closer and a bigger finish than last season as well. So League 4, 4 wins on the bounce at the beginning. Then we got trounced by Marseille, then Nice, then back to winning ways and drawing quite a few games again. So we got off to a very good start, and then it just went a little bit wayward as well. But we do pick up the odd wins. Marseille, we thrashed 5-1. Which is fantastic. We lost 5-0 away to Marseille last time, but we thrashed them at home, so that's a good sign. An unbeaten March sees us beat Troyes, Strasbourg, and a very good finish to the season. That 2-2 draw with Havre. We salvaged being 2-0 down in that game as we just couldn't get that 3rd goal. That 3rd goal would have done it for us. Got to be pleased with that. We are going in the right direction. We soon will be challenging. We'll soon be challenging for a European spot. We got knocked out by Lyon in the 10th round, and that 2-0 away from home. They're a League 2 side, so did they won it, so they're straight back. Wow, okay, so we've got to contest with them again next season. Squad wise, let's have a look. Not as many goals this time round, but we did have a better goal difference, I believe. 47 goals scored, I think it was. Vipotnik, yeah, he seems to be getting backwards rather than forwards, I believe. Let's have a quick look at him. Still looks pretty good. I think for a backup will be quite good. I think we're going to have to look for another striker. I mean, he's done relatively well for us in the league. I mean, 2 Ligue 1 seasons under his belt. Not brilliant, but we could do with a star striker, I think. For £4 million when we got him, I think he's been a bargain. 10 goals for Ellis. He's stepping up as well, but he is now 30 years old. Maybe if we had him up front, see what would happen. Maybe we don't need another striker. We'll just let them battle it out between themselves, and we just bring in another winger possibly. I think that might be the way to go. Piriguel, how did he do? 8 and 6, not bad from that position. Sissoko, 4 and 4, 8 assists for Lima, which isn't bad on that left hand side. Our fullback's not really doing an awful lot by looks of things. Meslier, 32 conceded in 34 with 15 clean sheets. Definitely nothing wrong in that department. So going on to next season then, we're just missing out on Europe. We are going to be pushing for it next season. We need the money. £13.5 million. We've got 28 in the bank. We'll ask for some more money, obviously, because that's what we do. So we'll see what they say. Well, the defence seems fine. We didn't concede that many, so I'm quite pleased with that. It's just the attacking options. Not much movement in the transfer market this summer. However, we do lose Izof Sissoko, one of our better players in the club. He's a midfielder. We can't really use him in their DM role. He just doesn't fit into the side. and we let him go for up to £12.25 million to Club Bruges. The money has come in handy, which suggests that we have changed formation. First of all, we bring in Liam Delap on a free transfer from Man City. He was being released. Did cost us 22 grand a week, however, but to play either up front or on the wing, he'll do superbly for us. And 5 games so far, he's scored 4 goals, and I think he's been the difference in the results we have been getting lately. Next up, from Ajax for £10.5 million, we got another DM, one that can actually play in that position. He can also play midfield if we need to, but we are going to be going with 2 DMs this time. We're going to consolidate at the back, and with Liam Delap coming up on the right hand side or up front, it kind of bolsters our front line as well. But Leon Abdullahu looks pretty nifty actually for a DM. 6'1", plays 1-2s and dictates the tempo, which is probably what we need as well in that middle of the park. He's got good decision making and composure. Like to see his stats up a little bit more, but he is increasing, and he's only 22 years old with bags of potential. So hopefully that'll grow over the course of the season. And finally, from Bournemouth for £7.5 million, we lost our aging left back, Simba, and we bring in another left back that can play there, and he can also play at centre back as well. Thiago Diallo, £7.5 million. I mean, that's a bargain, I think. These physicals look really, really good. Some potential left in him, I feel, but I was more concerned that he can play left back. He can also play right back as well. So even if he does, Koulibaly can switch over to the other side, so it doesn't really matter that much. And I think our back line looks pretty solid now. So like I said, we have changed the formation up a little bit. We've just dropped the midfield down to DM as a DLP, and if we pick our best 11, this is what we have. Ellis on the right hand side, Delap up front, and we've got Jallo in the centre-back option. 5 games unbeaten in the league, which I'm absolutely stoked about. Lille, we beat 3-0. 5-2 against Auxerre. Brest, 3-0. 2-1 against Gimgam. And PSG, we drew 1-1. And it had to take an Mbappe equaliser in the 80th minute to salvage a point for PSG. So I'm really, really chuffed so far. We are currently lying in 3rd position. Unbeaten, 13 points, 2 points behind the leaders Monaco, who are 5 for 5 currently. I think this season we can go head to toe with these top teams now, with a bit of solidation at the back and an improvement up front as well. So we'll see how that fares this season. So let's get on to our 4th season. I'm just excited to see what happens. Just seems like we're getting better and better. We've got Champions League football going into the final season. Get in! Can't believe it. 4th position as well, some way off PSG. However, we have closed the gap. It's only 26 points now from PSG who won it, but we're only 13 points behind Monaco and Nice, and we only lose 7 games and only concede 28. I think that's the 2nd least in the whole league. That is absolutely brilliant. So it does work having 2 DMs. 17 wins though, it's not a lot. We need a few more. In fact, we drew more than anybody else. So after a very good start, we lose the next 2 games to Nice and Marseille. Wow, only 1-0 though. Then we fight back and we lose to Monaco 3-1 there, and then we have a good run of 6 wins on the bounce, well 7 in 8, including a 0-0 draw with Lyon, and did we beat anybody? And Lille 2-1 we win. That's not too bad. Gimgamp and PSG, we drew PSG again. But wow, look at this, 4 losses in the next 2 months. Nice again, Auxerre, Montpellier and Rennes. I would have expected us to beat them teams. And then we find our footing yet again in the final 2 months. And then we finish with a flurry of 3 wins, including a 6-2 smashing of Brest. Oh, look at that. In the French Cup, we get runners up. Or we got smashed by Nice 4-1 after extra time as well. 1-1 going into extra time. Oh, dear me. That is so unfortunate. Who did we beat in the semi-final? Lyon. 0-0, and then we won on penalties. We beat Bourg-en-Bresse on penalties. Did we beat everybody on penalties? Or thought we did a 3-0 against Stade Briochin. 10th round we won 4-1. 6-1 in the 9th. I think we came in on the 9th, I think. Yeah. The runners up and a 4th place finish. We're going on 3 fronts next season. The final season as well. So how did our players fare? So Delap, 18 goals and 4 assists. Ellis, 16. He's injured currently. But they're the only 2 that have actually done anything. What about Vipotnik? He did get 3. I'm not sure if we're going to need anybody else. Maybe we need another striker. Ellis, 31 now. He's out for up to 7 weeks. Or do we go with Delap and get another winger instead? But Ellis looks still pretty good though at 31. And Meslier as well. 30 goals conceded in 37. 17 clean sheets. And even Okonkwo as well gets a few games, conceding 5. Wow, we're in the Champions League next season and we've been given a dismal £7 million. Do they not know that we're in the Champions League? Right, okay, we'll do another board request, but I doubt very much they're going to give us anything though. We've got 27 in the bank. Come on, give us some more. Right, let's go see what we can do. Hopefully they will give us some more. If not, then we've got to make do. So another relatively quiet window. We still offload £5 million worth of talent. We lose Vipotnik. He goes to Antwerp for up to £2.3 million. Liverland as well. He goes to Leuven for £875. We also lose Amorin. He goes to Standard for up to £2 million. The youngster. He's a midfield player and we're not playing midfielders, so we took the decision to let him go and a couple of other fringe players as well. Again, contracts needed to be done. The transfer budget was not a lot, and so we were quite limited. So what we let go, we spent. The first one on a free transfer was Bene Torrentes, Spanish free transfer. Unbelievable. Another DM player, same as Leon and Ligue as well. We've got a very solid midfield now, so if any one of them goes injured, the other one can just slot straight in. From Augsburg for £2 million, 25-year-old Ott to be on the left-hand side. He's going to challenge Lima for that position. Physicals look quite good. I mean, all his attributes look really nice, all in the yellows. We just need that next step to be a few greens. Like Flair, 15, he's almost there on that. And he's got quite a good long shot on him as well. Finally, from Cremonese for £2.3 million, I think it was, we bring in Emmanuel Awu, centre-back. Again, another centre-back needed. Apoku is dropping off a little bit. I think he's around about 27, 28 years old now, so we're going to need to look to replace him at some point. And 26-year-old Emmanuel will do that. So again, we've got some very solid players at the back. A formation we're still sticking with, and if we pick our best 11, it comes up with this, and it's probably the side I would probably pick as well. It looks very, very solid indeed. And we've not had that bad a start to the season either, even though the Champions League is getting in the way and we are into the group stage as well. So to start off with in the Champions League, third qualifying round, we beat Sporting 2-1 and 4-0 to advance at 6-1 on aggregate. Then we beat Sturm Graz 6-1 at home in the playoff, and we drew 3-3 away from home, so a 9-4 victory overall, which puts us into the league with Olympiacos, Nice, Slavia Prague, Napoli, Manchester City, PSV, Bayern, Fiorentina. I think we can give ourselves a very, very good go at this. In the league, however, it's not so great. We are unbeaten apart from the one game, so we're not unbeaten then. We drew with Rennes 0-0. We did lose to PSG 3-1. Drew with Marseille. We did beat Lorient, and we drew with Troyes. So again, the draws are starting to mount up once more. That does leave us in 11th position, 7 points behind the leaders PSG. I don't think we're going to catch them already. I mean, that's a big, big task. But once more, we want to be finishing in the top 6. The Champions League, it looks like we are 36 seeded. That's all I could take from that. So they're expecting us to finish bottom of that table then. So let's get into our final season. Let's see what joy we can bring from the Champions League. See if we can advance past the group stage. That would be phenomenal. And more importantly, we want to be in Europe again next season. So we want a top 6 finish. Season 5 of the rebuild comes to an end, and once again we finish in 4th position. Can we safely say now we're a top 4 side? We scrape it past Lille, who finished in 5th position by 3 points. We are 7 points off 3rd place Rennes though, however, but we did draw 2 and lose 1 in the final 5 games, so we did concede a lot of points there in the end. PSG take it away once again. I think they've won it every season since we've been doing this, actually, have they not? 11 goals conceded. Wow. And we topped that with scoring 2 against them. They did lose 2 games. It wasn't to us, unfortunately. But once again, we lose 7 games, which isn't bad. Quite pleased with that. But to get into the Champions League spot once more, it's some feat, that is. Delap gets second leading goal scorer in the league, 19 goals behind Mbappe, who has 24. Not a lot of goals being scored in this division, it has to be said. Meslier, 17 clean sheets behind Donnarumma's 23. And Fernandez, he gets 12 assists as well, so that's not bad. But look at this by PSG, it's just incredible. But we just couldn't really do anything really because of the transfer money. We just didn't get any, so we did get off to a really bad start. So the first 3 months see us lose 5 games, including a 5-3 loss to Lyon there. We did beat Toulouse 4-0 though. That's nice. Clermont and Montpellier we lose. The games that I'm expecting to win, to be perfectly brutal. But we do have a good run. Another loss there. But yeah, we only lose 2 games by the turn of the year. But it's just not enough, is it? A lot of wins. 1-0s in fact. A lot of clean sheets as well. I mean, there's 5-6 clean sheets on the bounce. That's quite impressive. We'll start off with the French Cup. We lost in the 10th round to Toulouse. I'm sure we lost to Toulouse before. On penalties this time after a 0-0 draw. With the winners being Marseille. Okay. Champions League though. We did get to the knockout stage, which I was really hoping for. Unfortunately, we had to play Liverpool, who did knock us out. And it was 5-2 over the 2 legs. 3-0 in the second leg. I'm assuming that will have been at Anfield. But let's before we find out who eventually won it, let's have a look at the league phase. We did finish 22nd, so we weren't bottom. That was Olympiacos. Rangers were down there. Monaco, we beat Monaco to a qualifying spot, but ourselves we beat PSV, Slavia Prague and Olympiacos. I mean, they lost 8-8 down here, conceding 31. 10 goals by Liverpool. Wow, I'm intrigued now. 10-0. Wow, goodness gracious. But the other 5 games, Fiorentina we lost. I expected to win that one, to be fair. Bayern Munich. Man City was a close one. Napoli and Nice. But it was Man City who topped the group. PSG were unbeaten. So did they go all the way and win it? They got to the final and they did win it off Barcelona as well. Well done to them. I'm pleased that we got as far as we did, which was really something. And the fact that we got to take part in the Champions League, and we only lost 7 games, 2 in the second half of the season. That's really good. Squad wise, if we sort it by goals, 27 goals for Delap, Ellis with 16, 12 for Lima. Well done him. 11 for Piringuel as well. The 2 youngsters now both 24. They've really done well for us. If we look at Lenny though, his development looks like it went up and then it's come back down again. But if we have a look at his overall growth, yeah, that looks really, really nice indeed, doesn't it? A lot of greens in there now. And 18 for vision. That's pretty good, and that's not surprising in that cam role. Lima, on the other hand, to be fair, I'm surprised he did play that many games. If we have a look at his progress, we go all time as well. Not so well, but they have gone up a fair bit. Some greens in there now as well. Oh, 9 and 10. Okay, he did get 10 assists. Oh, there's a lot of assists here as well. 21 assists for Fernandez. Wow. We wanted our fullbacks to do that. 13 for Koulibaly. I mean, 34 goal contributions between them in assist wise and a further 4 in goals. Very, very good, and up with 10. So we have 3 players in double figures for assists, which is pretty nice. And goalkeeper 58, conceding 48 with 20 clean sheets. Well, we saw 6 of them on the bounce. I mean, overall, I've got to be happy with that. The team is looking pretty good, but they need money. Just out of interest, I'm intrigued to see how much they're going to give it. £33 million. You're having a laugh. What I could have done with that in the last couple of seasons. Unbelievable. It's safe to say that they have no debt either, so that's even better. So all the money they have is theirs virtually. Staffing wise, looks really good indeed. I mean, they are establishing themselves as a top 4 side now, so that's pretty nice. So as always then, let's have a look, see what records, if any, were broken. Most points in the season, 81. That was our first season. Highest attendance, 42,000 against Lyon. The 1.18 against Sporting in the Champions League. Wow, nothing against Liverpool or anything like that, really. Lowest attendance was against Paris FC in the French Cup. We did get high scoring match of 6-3 and league match 6-3 against the same team. Delap, most goals scored by a player in the season. Koulibaly, highest average rating, 7.23. So we are breaking some here. Oldest player, 32 years now, is Simba. Would have thought it might have been Ellis now, actually, to be fair. Most goals by a player in the match, 5. Vipotnik against Saint Etienne in the 6-3 victory. And he also gets most goals by a player in a league match as well. So same game. Most assists, 21 by Fernandez. Meslier, 20 clean sheets. Peringuel, most man of the match awards as well. Also youngest player, 19 Peringuel. And oldest goal scorer, Ellis, 32-78. So is he not 32 and 222 days? Okay, so there is quite a few days difference there. And most matches lost in a row is 6. Most matches without winning, 6. And I think that is about it. £35 million was the highest transfer fee received. That's for Malcolm to Barcelona, and spent 11.5 million Gorkov in 2009 from AC Milan. Yeah, if only we had that sort of money to spend, things might have been a tad different. Unfortunately, we didn't win any trophies apart from Ligue 2, but apart from that, we failed to win any other trophy. We get to a final in the French Cup where we finished runners-up, but that is about it. But we did finish in the top 4. So the hunt for another league title since 2009 still goes on, but now the money's coming in. Maybe things might turn a corner. So if you did enjoy that, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let me know down in the comments who you would like to see rebuilt next, or what sort of players you would like to see being built around, and then we'll see if we can get them in the next one. But until the next rebuild, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.